Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to start off with a reminder that for more in-depth review, come on over to the membership portion of the channel, and I will be uploading more videos, as there are already existing videos there about YouTube and creators and algorithm and reach and views and dissection and comparison and analysis. But there will be far more, going a whole lot deeper into this subject and creating a specific space for others who want to discuss this in greater detail, outside of some of the newcomers or the recreational enthusiasts to be entertained. Because today YouTube showed me something that I was really surprised and shocked to see. And YouTube showed me an answer to the question that I asked the other day about where's the support, where's the aid, where is the counter from the perspective of defending and agreeing with apparently one of YouTube's favorite channels or YouTube's favorite people or content creators to hate. And I found it, or it found me, one or the other, the way YouTube does what it does. And it honestly, it's really hard to even see because it looks just like everybody else. So that, it kind of doesn't really stand out. And this is how maybe, quite possibly, it can get buried and overlooked. And maybe it's just because of how I started my day with these videos here. And it was a progression. And it began with a channel called Life Redesigned. And it says, as critical of YouTube as we are, who do we watch? And, it had a frowny face and it had a broken YouTube play button. And I was really intrigued. And that is actually the secret behind successful thumbnails, is creating intriguing thumbnails that are familiar but intriguing. The woman is not familiar because I don't remember ever seeing her before, but the body language is familiar. The logo is familiar. And I was interested to see what they had to say. Now, I will do a deep dive on Life Redesign video as they went through, and they stood in their kitchen, or they stood in a kitchen, and I think what they did was they ran down the list of other nomad RV traveling full-time van life YouTubers that they watch and they like and they agree with. And I did read the comments, and there were some questions in the comments about some other channels, and there were some strategically, carefully worded replies. And interestingly enough, one of the channels that Life Redesigned really likes is Nomadic Fanatic, for which I've never seen. My only experience and knowledge of Nomadic Fanatic, if I'm even saying the channel name correctly, is through blind views. So it was interesting, their opinion and perspective from that standpoint. And then when someone asked them about space, somebody asked them about Switch Crew, and I think Switch Crew is actually Switch It Up. And he mentioned somebody named Todd and $1 million spacecraft RV or something. I am not entirely sure. I have never seen these videos. And somebody actually left a comment on another video about how can I make my own videos if I don't watch their videos. And my videos, in my opinion, are completely different. They're not critical videos of the content that's being created. They're analytical videos of the performance of the videos and YouTube the channel growth, subscriber growth, view counts, information available through Social Blade and other plug-in tools. And that's where I think that's where we differ. Is you've got some parody satire folks out there like Darling and Atomic Sage and Wolverine Prepper, which maybe not. Wolverine Prepper will continue to make comedic videos, be that as it may. Then you have the you kind of got the recap videos and the let's just see, how would I describe Blind Views, because he's more of a recapper and he can summarize a video and point out certain parts of videos. And yeah, I don't really know how I would describe, because he's not a reaction channel either. Or maybe he is. Maybe he's more of a summary reaction. He's also analytical as well. So there's different approaches to folks out there. I mean, I came across somebody, I don't remember who it was, and he wanted to have a formal debate with Sarasota Tim just about retirement and Social Security, not from a critical YouTube versus YouTuber standpoint. Just, let's talk about money. And there's a few others out there who I don't really have a category for them, besides they just try to stuff his name in the video as much as possible to possibly trigger the algorithm. So from Life Redesigned, I moved on to these other videos that just kind of started showing up in my feed. And this is just how the algorithm works, okay? It's ultimately trying to connect you with the video, or connect the video with the viewer who really wants to see it based on various inputs and engagement. And I don't know how this algorithm works. I think that sometimes it's looking at us through our camera phones and judging our body language by us holding the phone and all sorts of things. And I'm sure they are. Maybe one day we'll find out for sure that they admit it. But it's weird how the algorithm works, is all I can say. It's more than magic. So interestingly enough, I did actually catch Sarasota Tim's video yesterday where he was back home and he walked through his camper. Home sweet home. And honestly, the only reason why I watched it is because it said hashtag Social Security. And I was curious, based on, I think, the thought process of some, if this would have anything to do with Social Security, even once mentioned Social Security, or be, considered possible clickbait, if not. And I saw no meaningful, logical reference to hashtag Social Security. So now I'm kind of curious as to why he put it in the title. Now, I'm not entirely curious because I know why he put it in the title. But, yeah, I got to say that's clickbait, Tim. But I got to tell you guys, 3 minutes and 52 seconds of literally nothing, getting 8,800 views is pretty impressive. Like, I'm actually really inspired to a degree to go out and see how much I can record today that's almost like meaningless and monotonous drivel, just to upload it to see if I can get people to watch me walk through my apartment maybe and point out how refrigerators work and how to open a refrigerator door. Like, in comparison to some of the other videos that I've created that I'm really putting a lot of effort and energy into to try to help and inform and educate people, maybe I could just show people how hinges work and door handles and how to make a sandwich. And yeah. But again, I'm not being critical. I only care about the numbers, literally, and I only care about the analytics. And if YouTube wants to send me a completely different searchable and trending keyword, then by all means, please do. Hey, maybe you can make it Paige Spiranak or Dr. Hannah Straight or Kaylin Bowman, or any of these other channels that are far easier on the eyes and much more enjoyable to look at and watch and review their content and analyze than Sarasota Tim. Just joking. But as I'm traveling down this rabbit hole of YouTube's algorithm, I come across what I thought didn't exist. And it's actually seemingly a proponent, a fan of, someone who's in agreement with and agrees with and supports and has come to the defense of Sarasota Tim. And his name's Chris. Or at least his channel name is Chris. His channel name is Chris. He doesn't capitalize the C, which apparently capitalization and punctuation on YouTube is a very big thing, as many people have questioned why my channel name is in all caps. However, Chris has 2 videos on his channel. And the first one was an open letter to the Sarasota Tim haters. And that video is 3 minutes and 21 seconds. And the comments are turned on. The second video is Sarasota Tim addresses haters, their false claims, and creepy behaviors exhibited by them March 2024. Now, I don't know if that video is still on Sarasota Tim's channel, because it seems like Chris solely just re-uploaded the same video that Sarasota Tim uploaded, which leads me down a path of curiosity as to the motives behind Chris Google Maps, at Chris Google Maps' YouTube channel, which I'm hoping that Blind Views will do a deep dive on this. And I'm also hoping that Blind Views will do a deep dive on the other one, Life Redesigned. As critical of YouTube as we are, who do we watch? Because I think that there's a lot to be said there, and a lot to be shared, and a lot to unpack, for which I will begin to do for the members of the channel. So come on over, join the membership, any tier you want, and we're going to go through these and we're going to dissect them. And I'm going to tell you what I think is really going on. I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. I'm going to tell you what I think comes next. And I'm also going to show you what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how they're using it to their benefit to get reach and views and subs, and ultimately get paid and get money, make money. And in response to this re-uploaded, reused content, which is a violation of YouTube's terms and services, by Chris of Sarasota Tim addresses haters, the question that Sarasota Tim seemingly was asking himself in his monologue, or perhaps maybe to his viewers, which is interesting because the more that this happens, the better the videos are produced by Sarasota Tim, because he actually has something to deliver. Whereas if not, then it's purely just him kind of just doing nothing. I was even intrigued to go back on his channel today and look at some older videos to see, well, has he always done this? And no, he hasn't. And it seems like now he's gotten to the point where he's literally only doing it to make money, or maybe to troll the trolls, which would be extremely ironic and hilarious, of trying to do as little as possible to get as much back in return, quite possibly from his views coming from those who don't actually like him. But then at the same time, it's almost like he's doing a disservice and cheating his actual loyal subscribers out of good content. So which one is it? But 4 years ago, 3 years ago, we got some instances of phone reviews and beach reviews and iPhone, Apple Watch, and unboxing. I mean, these are better videos. I haven't watched them, but I'm gonna tell you right now, these are better videos. Car wash. These are great ways to start a YouTube channel. Gun reviews, and he's brandishing this Ruger, and holster reviews, and the Toyota Tacoma, the Toyota 4Runner, camping out in the desert, hill climbs, solar jackery reviews. These were good videos. I haven't watched them, but I'm just looking at the titles and the thumbnails. Stock 2021 4Runner SR5 4-wheel drive conquers Hell's Revenge, Moab, Utah. This is an actual video. This is an actual video, you know, that people watched before his channel really took off on Social Security. And these are actual videos versus Home Sweet Home, hashtag Social Security. And we don't really talk about Social Security. Morning chat. Like, where's the substance? Where's the value? Where's the searchability? How are these videos going to provide any aid and assistance and long-term evergreen sustainability? Look, I don't care. I'm only reviewing and comparing so that I can get a better idea and understanding of how the algorithm works, how the audience works, how viewership works, and ultimately how to use these tools that we have to build better channels, to make more money, to build better businesses, to create more conversions, to effectively use this tool of YouTube to our greatest benefit, whatever that may be, for whatever goal you're trying to accomplish. Hell, I started a new channel yesterday from an opportunity that I discovered on my own channel that I decided to create for a brand new channel, and it's already picking up views and gaining subscribers in the first day. Why? How? Well, because I'm analyzing the numbers, the data, the trends, and running tests and capitalizing on opportunities for the return, which I don't mind sharing with those who are interested in knowing more and learning more to grow their channels and make more money. Now, in response to the haters, well, Sarasota Tim, in this video I watched that Chris re-uploaded, he asks basically this rhetorical question of, how do I make it stop? How do I make it stop? Which now I don't know if he really wants to make it stop, because his views are in actuality, they're actually going up according to Social Blade, as far as I can remember. Now he's at 1.2 million for the last 30 days. So his views are actually inching up. So maybe he doesn't want it to stop. Maybe that's why his videos continue to be less than they could, because it continuously creates and propels this this negative essence of hate. I got some comments here. I got one that I actually pinned, and the comment says, I think someone was answering the question that I asked, and they say, Mwah man says, or Muha man, I don't know how you say it. Defense videos, question mark? Bad news sells, hate sells, love and help does not sell. If you made pro Sarasota Tim videos, nobody would watch. If you make negative videos about Sarasota Tim or anything else, you get clicks. Just look at everyone's clickbait thumbnails now, and to a degree, he's right. He's accurate to a degree, which I'll go into greater detail for the members. Come on over if you want. And for Tim, more advice for Tim. If you really wanted to stop, which we were talking to March Tim, so now we're in April Tim. If you really wanted it to stop, if you really wanted to silence them, if you really wanted to prevent more of the hate against Sarasota Tim, then stop fueling their fire. Well, how does that work? Quit. Quit, or else it's never going to end. Quit, or else it's never going to end. Just quit. When you stop, eventually they will stop. But if you keep going, if you keep it up, if you keep doing what you're doing, they will outnumber you. You talk about all the mail you received in your P.O. box, and the phone calls, and the police showing up and evicting you from wherever you were parking your camper from in the city. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. You ride around with your logo plastered on your vehicle, on your camper. You know, very charismatic, I guess, in public, in person, and therefore you will stand out in the crowd and people will notice you. And perhaps maybe you haven't run across anybody yet who dislikes you to the point of which they will approach you, but it's only a matter of time. So if it were me and it were my problem, the logical solution is to quit. Just quit, or else it's never going to stop. Give up. As Sarasota Tim. That doesn't mean you have to stop and give up on YouTube, but that does mean that Sarasota Tim needs to say goodbye. Final farewell. The last crush it closing salutation. Maybe. Hell, take a page out of Chris's book. Make videos on YouTube anonymously without showing your face. Yeah, sure, some people will call you a coward, but maybe you could start over. Maybe you could, alter your voice to some degree, and you could continue making these videos that you claim everyone loves, and there should be no issue at all of regaining a new audience base of people who just want to see you walking around your camper, your Flagstaff, and talking about your tomato basil turkey sandwich and your double hinge refrigerator and your grit TV, and they don't need to see your face, right? I don't know. We'll keep talking about it. We'll keep discussing it. We're going to keep analyzing the numbers. And like I said, come on over to the member section. We're going to do some deep dives. We got a lot to discuss, and not just about Sarasota Tim, but many other channels and YouTube in general, with the sole focus and goal of improving and making our channels grow and get better, and helping others along the way in the process. You guys take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow, all the fake friends gon' pop.